Alright, so here we're going to have a quick review of the Tripowin X 0DiBi Vivace. I hope I pronounced that name right. I'm not sure. It is from a Korean creator, I believe. This was sent to me by Linso for review, so big thank you to them. This is a collaboration between Tripowin and 0DiBi. And yeah, it is a single dynamic driver IEM, retails for around $30, and let's get into this. Alright, so the box is a very small box. I mean, $30 unboxing experience is not exactly what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is, you know, best sound quality per buck, obviously. And I think most people in this price range are looking for that as well. Let's take this out here. And you got some paperwork and other stuff you don't care about, so we'll throw that to the side. Alright, let's talk about real quick comfort, build. It is a full plastic shell, which is expected in this price range. Not plastic, it could be resin. I'm not sure if it's, I think it's resin actually. I think it's resin. And it has a very reflective faceplate, which, like, the kid's literally glaring into the camera here. And it is a fingerprint magnet. So, and also, as I can see scuffs on it through the camera, but when you're actually looking at it, the scratches are not as noticeable. Overall, I'm not a fan of this design because I just think it's too standing out for me. But some people may like it. Some people may think it looks nice. I'm not a big fan. I think it's just too standoutish, too flashy, reflects in the light too much. Anyway, but comfort-wise, this was very comfortable. They're pretty small, around the size of a Kiwi Ears Cadenza. Overall, comfort is not an issue for very long-term listening. Absolutely no issues at all. Cable-wise, also, I actually was a pretty good fan of the cable. For $30, you're getting a good cable with this IEM. It is straight, it doesn't tangle. Overall, it is a good quality cable. I mean, as expected from Tripowin, you know, they make a lot of really nice cables. So with their IEM, it's expected to have a good cable, and I'm actually very impressed at this price point, the cable that is provided. Alright, now let's talk about what you care about, the sound. The sound here is more of a dark tinge to the sound, but overall neutral. I was actually really surprised at how much I like the sound for the price. Overall, I thought that nothing was going to beat the EPZ Q1 Pro for a while, and I won't say this beats it outright, but it is quite the competitor. I'd say these are actually something to look in between the two. Usually I would almost be like, always, if you're at $30, get the EPZ Q1 Pro. But in this case now, this is a good competitor to the Q1 Pro. So let's go bass mid-size here. The bass. The bass is not heavily emphasized on here. There is a small bump, but it is tactile and really well done. I'll say the quality is really unexpectedly good for this price point. I'm actually quite impressed. It is good tactile bass. I won't say it has a lot of texture. It doesn't have a lot of decay. But for this price point, it has a good punch, has good impact. Overall, it's impactful. It's got good physicality to it. Good sounding bass. The mid-range, not as good as the bass, but still good. But it has a little bit of an emptiness to it. It sounds a little bit stretched out. The vocals don't sound full. They don't have a body to them like I would like. They have more of a body on the Q1 Pro, but it's still a good quality mid-range with good detail at this price point. Going on to the treble. Treble is actually where I was most impressed by this set. Not because it's crazy treble detail that's like, you know, most extension ever treble headset. Actually the opposite. This is actually a dark leaning set, and the treble does like, it does not extend super high, and it's not extend is the wrong word. It is a good of extension. It does not pronounce. The treble isn't heavily pronounced in the track. The tuning leans more towards the bass and the mids, which is my personal preference, but also having a well-controlled treble that this has is really rare in the under $50 price bracket. Even the Q1 Pro, which is a warm set, we'll get into comparisons in a second, does not have as controlled of a treble as this does. This isn't like it has no treble detail and the treble's just gone, they removed the treble. No, it has good treble detail, good treble. The treble is very good quality, and it never gets harsh. You can put this loud and loud and loud, and it will never stab your ears with a piercing treble on almost any track I've tried them on. It's actually a really impressive effect. If I want to try to see what the closest tuning to this I've seen has been, it's the BGVP Phantom, which is a very unique IEM. You can check out my review on the channel. It has a very unique presentation that actually this seems to share with it, and also does a similar treble representation as well. Now, it is dark treble, but it is a well-controlled and detailed treble. Usually under this price point, IEMs tend to have a lot of problems keeping a balanced treble, and this actually maintained that, which was very impressive. Anyway, now imaging and soundstage. Soundstage is also fantastic on this set. I'd say it's on par with the Q1 Pro, which is crazy because the Q1 Pro is amazing in the soundstage department in this price point. So, like, I mean, it has big things to compete with, and it competed well. It might be even a little bit wider, but I'll say the imaging is a little bit better on the Q1 Pro. This may be slightly wider, but this feels a little bit more two-dimensional in its stage, while this has a bit more depth to the stage. And the imaging is a bit more pinpoint on the Q1 Pro. Now, in direct comparison to the Q1 Pro here for the tuning, you are getting more, these are spinning because of the magnets, you are getting more pushed forward bass on the Q1 Pro, but you're getting a higher quality bass, in my opinion, on the Vivace. As for the mid-range, I think you're getting a better note weight, thickness, and overall timbre in the vocals and the mid-range and the instruments of the Q1 Pro. But you are still getting good quality mid-range on the Vivace, but the Q1 Pro just beats it out. Treble-wise, there is more treble presence in the Q1 Pro, and there is also less control. This can get peaky when this does not. These still have a good treble control. I really did praise these in the review, and I still think the same thing. The treble is great on the Q1 Pro for the price, but this is outstanding treble detail and control in the price point. Honestly, if you are treble sensitive, this is a godsend of an IEM. Really, this is, if you are treble sensitive, but you still like having a good quality treble and overall balanced response, this is the IEM under $50 in my opinion. Nothing else comes close. Overall, can I recommend this set? Absolutely. It is a fantastic set. Now, if you want a warmer leaning set with a bit more energetic sound, more bass, impact, more forward mids, that would probably be the EPZ Q1 Pro. This is a more energetic sound, a more fun sound, where the vocals are center stage, the bass is emphasized a bit more, and there's a bit more treble response, a more W-shaped sound. The Vivace is a little bit more laid back. It is a darker sound, but it is a more neutral sound while still being enjoyable and very detailed and overall a very good value in terms of the sound to the price. Overall, can I recommend the Vivace? Absolutely. This is a great purchase for $30. That's about it. See ya.